Go ahead. You expect Bruce?
I don't know if he's coming. I haven't heard from him last week.
Okay.
Gary.
Okay.
He got those files from the office last week on some of them state-built bridges.
Okay.
I did talk to Dwight, County Commissioner in Brown County, about that quarry deal.
I talked to, you guys don't know, Bob Scobie the other day, had that quarry right south of 4 Mile Corner. You probably hauled out of there, Dennis, I don't know, you remember?
I know where it's at.
They closed it up. He's been contacted by, what did I say, and I wasn't sure, Mid-States or something like that, about opening that back up. That's in Brown County. Bob was concerned about, it sounded like they had been, maybe you know, Mark, been contacted by NextEra about rock. They were just in real preliminary talks with
Yeah.
Bob about that, so don't know anything. My question was, well, Bob's concern was if they opened that up on him, which I'm sure they're hopeful, so would I. But if we could dictate a specific haul route for that. And my answer to him was that I was pretty sure we can.
I guess the only thing I'm wondering about, Gary, are they actually going to sell rock out of it to benefit us? Or is it just gonna be for wind farm purposes only?
I don't know that.
Gary, what was the guy's name, and I'll verify it and check into it.
Mid-States, I think. There's a man who might be able to tell us. Just filling them in, Bruce, I was contacted by Bob Scobie,
Yeah.
who had that quarry south of 4 Mile Corner. You
Uh-huh.
probably know where that is.
Yeah.
They'd been Mid-States, I think. Does that ring a bell with you? Had contacted him about opening that back up. So I'm like, now this is through him that they had contacted NextEra about rock. His concern was whether we could dictate a haul route for them if that was going to Soldier Creek project.
You can. Who has jurisdiction on that piece of road? What is that, 3/4 of a mile up there from Floyd's Corner or half mile?
Going to the north there, it'd be
Yeah.
Brown County, but if they decided to go south, we've got a 2-mile stretch in there.
We've got the first 2 miles south of 36.
No.
No, Brown County does, I'm
Yes.
sorry, yeah.
Well, it would be up to Brown County to come up with an ordinance or a resolution or whatever you have to do to dictate the weight limit on that road. And you can send them trucks east to 75.
Well, that's what Bob said. This sounded like they had 2 different locations for the veins of rock. One's the north one, one's the south one. He talked like this was gonna be the south one, and that if they went 1 3/4 straight east, they'd come to 75,
Right.
which would make perfect sense to
Right.
keep them off our road. My question was, do we need something in any document that we have between us and NextEra that dictates such? Or is it us? Maybe it's Brown County. I don't know, but
I guess it'd make a difference where they're just coming back in at too. Eventually, they'll have to come back into Nemaha County.
right, yeah, Mark.
One of the issues that I've encountered is that once they open up a gravel source, it's hard to tell you exactly where that gravel's going to. So it may not just all be coming to our project, it could be going to other people's projects or, other people's.
Oh, absolutely.
And so if you start to impose a haul route or restriction, suddenly those drivers are all over the place and we're getting blamed for it. So we'd want to make sure that we work with the source and we know where it's going to, so you got A to B, and by all means, that's something we'll have to work with the hauler on, that they're gonna be responsible for maintaining that road in good condition and whatever else, but
Right.
if they start to scatter all over, Nemaha County with bringing rock to
Well,
this project or that project, we
Yeah,
can't be responsible for
if I
that.
go in there with
Is it
with my
just a
straight truck and get a little bit, no, I don't want that. Nobody can dictate that.
Yeah,
If they've got a document with you, with NextEra for
Ken
a
Jordan.
1,000,000 ton of rock, then
Oh,
surely we could do
back
something.
over on.
yeah, absolutely. If we know where it's going, and generally that rock is going either to the road or to the roads on the project, or it's going to the cement plant. So in between that and knowing where everything is going, yeah,
So-
we would need to work with you guys. We certainly
West
will.
side.
No, it's on the east side.
Didn't Heinen's, or, what was that guy that used to live there just half mile west? Didn't he have something up there in the hills?
But it would be up to Brown County from the sounds of things.
Just south of Welding Place?
Brown County.
Then
Oh,
they,
Krugman's.
Because they're talking.
didn't they used to have something off to the east
This
there?
is directly south
They
of
don't want
Floyd's.
to roll.
Yeah, I know. But
On a
it-
blacktop.
Yeah, I know, but I thought there was something back up in them hills there.
I don't know, remember anything.
Well, even
back
that,
there. We
if they
actually
went
lost
straight
money out
east,
there years
They
ago.
open it on behalf of the
Mm.
wind farm. This country could use a lot of rock close by.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
It's a hell of a mess any place and every place you want to go to find rock, and I hope the long-range weather forecast is wrong, and just won't school buses down what was good roads.
Yeah.
Well, the obvious thing would be that they would be on 75 and to 63 and down to 9.
Right.
Then they'd be on our haul routes.
Right.
As long as they didn't cut the Wetmore Sabatha Road or the Gulf and Nighty Road, them would be the only two that could be a hazard for us. But
Big, just like the fellow said here around the corner, the biggest trouble is, guys, you can't regulate these farmers, and they're the worst in the damn world to take a big load over a lightweight bridge.
Surely
You don't want to
not.
blame everybody else, but,
It's true. I know.
the joke is on the radio is, how's the bridge? Well, I just crossed it, it's still standing. So, hi.
Well, it's just something might keep an ear. If they'd come out of there and go south on the county line, they'd tear up a bunch.
they can't go too far south.
Well, they can go to the south end of our 2 miles, to the corner there.
Yeah, but once you get to Fidelity, they can't go nowhere.
Can't what?
Where would they go from there? If they go south.
Well, they could go on to
It's
whatever.
blacktop all the way down to.
Right, that's what I mean, it's blacktop all the
Down
way
Lee
down to
Lucas
that
and then across.
T
But there
intersection.
is that old steel truss bridge in there too.
Well, yeah, there you go, I can't believe that hasn't reared its ugly head, that bridge. That must be on their inventory.
It'll come up in the next couple of years for an 80-20 project, probably.
Probably right.
That's all I got.
Lot of noise over there?
Yes. I thought the ceiling was coming through the other day. It looked like it snowed in our room. We had to vacuum all the
Oh,
ceiling tile
really?
dust.
Because it's Dust coming come down.
through.
Well, they unloaded above our office. So, yeah, we moved away from our desks for a while.
This way you get a color-free hair color though.
Yeah.
I have plenty of that, thanks anyway. I just keep it covered.
So no specific before you leave, Dennis, specific haul route been designated yet, nothing new there.
No, we're still working on the haul route they proposed.
Yeah, okay, yeah, okay.
But on this county line road, it's gonna take a joint effort between Brown County and you guys, if you're gonna block it all, try to weight limit it all the way. And you're gonna have to work on it. That's what I was told by the attorney and by.
Well, this is an attorney thing, they're gonna be the ones to
Right.
some type of I don't know.
It happens, I mean,
Yeah,
you know, Wabunsee County has trouble with everybody wanting all them big loads of native stone out of there. And so they're always putting an ordinance up because they don't have the bridges off the side roads to support them semis going to Kansas City, Iowa, Colorado, Illinois.
So the loads that would be coming up to this part of the county will be in dump trucks. I mean, more than likely, they'll be in, not big tandem loaders, but they'll be in dump trucks that are gonna be the lighter loads. The haul routes that we're talking about, that we're putting a lot more load on those bridges, so the concern really with this kind of project is the number of dump trucks, you know, correct? That you're
What's
getting
that
out
now?
of the number of dump trucks that you're getting, traffic and dust control and all that kind of stuff. I mean, they're not gonna be overweight, they're gonna be within the weight limits of the county.
Yeah, all that's.
Yeah, but the bridge limits is what's we're
Bridge
gonna have
limit
problems
is what's
with.
gonna get you in trouble
Well-
when we're in there.
Yeah, that's where we're gonna have to work it out with the supplier and know that if it's coming from the supplier, they know how to get to our location where we're needing the gravel and that they're not gonna
Right.
limit.
Well, the common sense thing is they stay on state highways.
Yeah,
Pretty
Right.
simple. 2 miles to state highway and that's where they go, you know.
and they're in dump trucks and not heavy load trucks.
Right.
Hearing Mr. Mealy's on the line.
okay. Well, do you have anything else?
No,
Bruce?
We finally got all the load stuff off of Spencer. I don't know if we'll have all this ready by next Monday, but we'll dang sure have it by the following week.
Okay.
So you sit down with you guys and do what you have to do. We do know there's a lot of bridges that's gonna have a lot of help, I can tell you that. We just don't know how much yet because we didn't get the load rating books until the other day.
Okay.
And, you know, so, but just using what I had off of past deals. And, you know, them wheel spacings change on them cranes, I mean, that's pretty modern technology deal them guys are running. So, that's where we're at, but we'll have some answers for you within a week or two.
Okay.
And what we gotta do.
Okay.
But you guys have got some major bridge issues up here just due to the fact you ain't got any grass to stop the water anymore. You ain't getting any more rain, it's just coming faster.
Yeah.
Hell, when you look at the land around these bridges and you put the queue to them, I'm telling you, it's coming pretty fast off them hills and it's creating you guys.
Well, they took
a
so
lot
much
of
out of the CRP and
Yeah,
that killed us.
I mean, it's unreal how fast some of them queues are, especially from when when the grassland was there and your design. Some of these bridges was just designed in the last 30 years, how bad it's chewing on them after you talk to them, because the water's not slowing down, it's speeding up.
There's a reason why in the 70s they put all the water lines in and they exposed themselves all through the creeks in the last 15 years. They get deeper and wider.
I mean, you're not getting, you look at your annual precipitation report, you're not getting any more water, it's just coming a hell of a lot faster. Is what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, the queue's just jacked up, some of them haven't been double on the speed of that water. And that's why you have trouble keeping travel on these roads and everything else. And the government has no control over it, because a lot of that was broke out, nobody 1026, but they just did it on their own, dropped out of the farm program.
That's right.
So, anyway, that's all I've got.
Okay.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Bruce.
guys. Talk to you later.
Coming
See
in.
ya.
Okay.
Mr. Neal? This is Mary Kay, I'm gonna transfer you to the speakerphone, okay? You bet.
Is this good enough here or you want to move it over here where you can hear?
Good morning.
That's fine if you want.
Good morning.
Morning, gentlemen.
Hi, James.
Hi, James.
How are you?
Well, all think this is warm in February, but it's a little. I put on my jacket this morning, so. I don't have much to report. I wanted to discuss on. I have an update call with the engineering firm today. I want to talk about the road use agreement. So I think maybe a short executive session just to talk about that a bit.
Okay. We just talked to Bruce. Mark's here. Bruce didn't have anything much. Anyhow.
Half hour? James, or 15 minutes, or?
Now, let's go half hour. It'll probably only take 15 minutes, but
Okay.
rather just do it one time than have to do it twice, so.
Okay. I'll make a motion, we go into executive session for 15, or for a half hour for.
9:50.
Client.
I'll second that.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign, motion carried.
You want me to see if Brad can come up or?
Oh, yeah, why don't you contact him? Yeah. Please.